and why I should talk to my doctor if I've got a relationship with him, and maybe let him know on that, because I personally sponsored, Gina and I, Dr. Presont and his wife, we had a relationship. Isn't that smart? You're looking for people relationship versus just walking into the office sometimes.
Yeah, so my name is Tony Smith. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. So I actually work within a multi-discipline facility with orthopedic surgeons and a bunch of other doctors. And this year alone, there was a 30% reduction in insurance reimbursement. So that was a big hit right off the top. So every doctor I know, whether it be an orthopedic surgeon, neurosurgeon, just any other doctor, is looking for ways to increase revenue without increasing overhead. They're looking for ways to make more money. So they're open. I mean, they're trying to bring more services, so what's happening is they're trying to see more people in the same amount of time work harder to make the same dollar or even less. They're making less. And so they're open. It may be scary to approach them, but every doctor in our practice, we have like 12 doctors, is open to making more money without increasing their overhead and without increasing staff and liability and workman's comp and all the other things that come along with it. So don't be afraid to introduce them. The thing is, yes, having a relationship is a good way, because we get so many people that come to the practice and want to sell something. You know, they push this product, push this orthopedic, device, push this and that, and so we're very hesitant about who we lend our time to, and typically we don't lend our time to a lot of people. So having a relationship with somebody, a doctor, is a great start. But if you don't have that relationship, build a relationship maybe with somebody in the office, and you kind of get your way back door into that. Because in the forefront, they're going to be very resistant to do it. So, what else was your question? So I'll keep going. But one of the things, just on that alone, is that we actually used to have a pretty good sized trucking company. And so having a practice and having a trucking company, we had a lot of overhead. We had logistics issues, we had workman's comp, we had trucks. I mean, every one of our trucks were $100,000 a piece. Somebody goes and wrecks a truck, we got to come with another truck. And so we have all these other issues and things with a ton of overhead and not necessarily all the revenue coming in.
Right.
So having, being introduced to this type of business, we can go out and build a revenue without that type of overhead and without that type of stress. And not worry about workman's comp and all the other changes and regulations in California alone is crazy. But all the regulations that are going on. So again, people are looking, this is a way that I was like, we basically ended up giving up the trucking company and getting out of it because it was so stressful, and I'm trying to run a practice too, and it was just like overwhelming, and Michelle was like, hey, we just can't do this anymore. So introduction to this was very meaningful and powerful. So one of the things I was gonna say about when you're introducing it to a doctor, the real money is made is when you build a network, right? So doctors don't understand. When you introduce them, they think of, well, how much product can I move in the office back and forth? Well, that's minimal margins. You're not making money just moving product in the office. It's about building that network. So I'd like to explain it to doctors about, what if you franchise your business, your practice 100 times or 1,000 times, and you made small percentages out of all those practices without the stress and strain, without the overhead, the liabilities, and all the getting the business, structures in place, but you made small percentages. The people that are out there doing the work make the biggest, like in this business, but you're making small percentages of all those franchises without all the headache. And so, if you put it in that perspective, like, wow, if you multiply yourself and teach other people how to do it and plug them into the system, that's the only way. That's the only way I could actually penetrate into this type of business, because I don't have, I only have 24 hours a day. I got to sleep sometime. So I have to plug into the system and utilize the This Is It system and utilize the videos and things, because I can't get on a call and three ways and everything all day long, because I have patients to do it. So I give them the link. I said, watch this video and do this, and then I follow up with them later. And so this system is very vital and important to duplication, and that's how you expand in a doctor, showing that there's a system in place that they don't have to create, that they can increase revenue without increasing staff, without increasing overhead, and make money when the lights are off and the doors are closed. How many practices do make money when the lights are off and the doors are closed? Nobody does. So we have a vehicle. So if you want to hit a doctor, really to get their interest to spark